Buenas and half a day, I'm Lillian Hernandez with the Pacific Daily News, and these are the top stories from the PDN Newsroom.
Governor Guerrero and the Guam Housing and Urban Renewal Authority filed a joint motion to dismiss the complaint brought by Attorney General Douglas Moylan that alleges unlawful spending of federal funds to buy land in Mangilao for a medical complex. The joint motion filed on Monday in federal court also seeks to strike the government of Guam as represented by Moylan as a plaintiff in the complaint. The law does not authorize AG Moylan to initiate actions against the governor on behalf of the government of Guam at his whim, the joint motion states. Moylan filed a lawsuit on December 20th, 2024, about a week after Guerrero had rejected his legal opinion that GHURA violated the law when it accepted $12.5 million in Federal American Rescue Plan Act funding from her to pay for the Mangilao land. Monday's motion to dismiss questions Moylan's understanding of the rules governing the use of ARPA funds, stating that his legal allegations are devoid of any basis for federal jurisdiction and his legal analysis is underbaked and unsound. In other news, Jose Cura was sentenced to serve 151 months in federal prison with credit for time served followed by 5 years of supervised release for multiple drug possession and distribution charges. District Court of Guam Chief Judge Francis Tidingo Gatewood announced his sentence on Monday in her courtroom. In June 2024, a jury found Cura guilty on 4 of the 5 counts he faced, including 2 counts of distribution of more than 50 grams of methamphetamine, 1 count of distribution of 5 grams or more of methamphetamine, and possession with intent to distribute 50 or more grams of methamphetamine. Cura was found not guilty of possession of a firearm with an obliterated serial number. Federal sentencing guidelines recommended a sentence range of 151 to 188 months, or about 12 and a half years to more than 15 years. Finally, gas prices went up by 10 cents a gallon at Shell stations as of Tuesday afternoon, the first round of price changes for 2025. Regular gas is now $5.99 a gallon, up from $4.99 at Shell. The price of gas at 76 Circle K and Mobil was still at $4.99, but prices at the 3 gas stations mirror each other after a day or two. The last price change was in December, when gas went up 10 cents to $4.99 from $4.89. Jeju Air's recently announced plans to pull back 10% to 15% of its international flights following a deadly December 29 plane crash will mean a reduction of about 5,000 seats to Guam in the next 3 months, according to Acting Guam Visitors Bureau General Manager Jerry Perez. The Jeju situation is still lingering. It's gonna be a little bit of an issue, Perez said at a GVB board meeting Monday. Perez said Jeju Air will reduce flights from January through March, but plans to add 22,000 seats on flights from July through October. Korea's largest low-cost carrier announced a reduction in flights for the winter season in order to carry out maintenance work. In other news, a total overhaul of the Guam Code annotated legislative compliance, a credit card political donation of thousands of dollars by one person, and the challenges faced by the 38th Guam legislature were among the wide-ranging topics that the university professor Ron McNinch discussed during a luncheon on Tuesday. McNinch, the guest speaker at the Rotary Club of Tumon Bay's bi-monthly luncheon at Hyatt Regency Guam, offered a crash course lecture touching on a dozen different topics and tangential issues, all under the umbrella of Guam and national politics. He spoke of high hopes for the 38th Guam legislature. Because the last one was so bad, I like all the last ones. I like them personally, but they did some bad things, and they let things go that they shouldn't have, he said. Finally, a former employee of Guam ENT Clinic pleaded guilty to stealing more than $87,400 from the business over a 5-year period starting in 2016. Eli Sungio Ongrung, 43, admitted to aggravated theft of property held in trust after confessing to taking at least $87,460.97 from the clinic between 2016 and 2021, according to a release from the Office of the Attorney General. Ongrung changed her plea to guilty before presiding Judge Alberto E. Tolentino on November 19, 2024 in the Superior Court. She is required to serve 3 years of supervised probation and complete 200 hours of community service. For more on these stories, go to guampdn.com and follow us on social media.